What? Guys,
welcome to the show.
last show of the forever.
It's the Sons of Idia podcast. I'm your thrilling host, Tom C. Over there, human beatbox, D Marks.
Human invincibility star D Marks.
It's true. He plays the song all by himself.
Every day.
We have probably the most and least exciting episode for you guys today.
Yeah, well, the thing of it is, Tom, is that everyone knows throughout the year we solely focus on video games.
Mm-hmm. Never deviate.
No.
What's our number one rule? Never deviate.
Oh, I thought it was be true to yourself.
That's our goal, like our main.
I really feel like it's our rule.
Is it our rule?
Yeah, I think it is.
Is that our life rule or a podcast rule? I think it's a life rule.
I think it's all of the above. Both of the above.
Well, number 2 is never deviate.
Mm-hmm.
Never. Just
focus like
focus.
A laser beam.
People tune into the Sons of Idia show for a classic video game show by the books.
I would say straight ahead.
No one wants to see us talk about anything but that.
By the numbers video games podcast.
We have segments. We have the news, gaming news,
Yep.
game reviews, journalism in general.
Yep.
And then our power hour of just talking about the latest game reviewers, because that's the most interesting part about games is those great game reviewers on Kotaku and IGN.
Yeah, I mean,
There's great people.
Every episode, we're reviewing our classic 9.1 reviews, where we give games 9.1s all the time.
It's true.
Every single game.
The fairest review we could give.
Yeah.
Sonic Boom, 9.1.
Yeah, 9.1, I'm feeling.
Citizen Kane, the game,
9.1.
9.1, obviously.
That's great.
That's the greatest one. Zelda,
9.1. Doesn't matter which one it is, 9.1.
Hold on. Zelda 3,
Zelda 9.1.
Zelda CDI.
Zelda 9.1.
So that one got a different rating. Guys, it's true. Like I said, it's going to be the most interesting and least interesting episode. Because if you're a fan of the show, you know what this is. It's our Sons Gives Back episode. Mm-hmm. We're doing a telethon.
It's our self-indulgent episode.
And here's why it's both interesting and not interesting. If no one calls in for the charity, we're not going to have anything to talk about.
Yeah, that's true.
But if everyone calls in, it's going to be incredibly interesting.
Oh, is that a phone? No, it's not.
It's not.
Sorry, I thought I heard.
Not confident we have a phone in the room. I know we gave out some number. I think we gave out 911.
Oh.
So call them. They're taking care of it, I think. One of our producers told us that they were.
That's good. That's good, at least. You know, it's good to have a system in place.
Yeah.
Guys, it's good to be back in One Sons Plaza.
The high rise.
Back at the mother base of sorts.
Mother base of sorts. Dude, speaking of that, Ground Zeroes on Steam just came out.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry, it comes out in 2 days because this is totally on time.
Yeah. This came out right when it was supposed to.
Guys, sorry for the delay. There's, whatever.
It was funny that it came out the day the Steam sale started.
It's true. It came out and then it was on sale the same day.
Yeah.
By the way, guys, Steam sale started.
It's true.
Steam sale started. We're not going to do shows on Thursdays usually, but this is a crazy Thursday episode.
Yeah, you know what?
Sorry, we've dated the episode.
We might as well take advantage of what we got.
Yeah.
Is there anything you're going to get on Steam sale?
I'm looking forward to a couple of things. Dark Souls 2 is on sale, which means the DLC is probably on sale, which I'm thinking about.
That's smart.
But I might just wait it out until Scholar of the First Sin comes out. Is that what it is?
I have no idea.
I think that is what it's called, which is the remake graphical thing that's coming out.
Oh, okay.
I think I had it up. But anyway, that's not too much I'm looking at. That's definitely something. Anything you're looking at?
Well, I already bought Metal Gear Rising, as I said I would.
Hey, it is called Scholar of the First Sin. Nice.
What's the game? Is there one that's like Crown of the Lost King or something like that?
That's one of the DLCs.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Yep. I'm looking at that. I'm probably almost definitely going to buy Ground Zeroes. Even though we played it for PS3, there's no reason not to own it.
I feel like it's going to be bundled when
Ooh, you're right.
When whatever comes out.
Ooh, you're so right. Guys, hold on. Listen. Maybe we should bring that on the second half, because this is the Sun's personal episode.
Okay, that's fine.
We don't even have to... Listen, we could talk about it if we want it.
No,
this isn't about that, guys.
I feel like we had a good flow going, but if you want to...
Am I ruining the show?
No.
Are you saying I'm ruining the show? That's fine. I love being the show ruiner.
No, man. I'm just saying...
Guys, as you know, the final episode of the year, every year, is talk about us, your boys, Tom C. and D. Marks.
We like to bring you in a little bit, because we do get throughout the year, we get emails, people Sometimes they tell us about their personal lives, so we like. I feel like it opens a kind of dialogue.
It's true.
One-sided dialogue.
Yeah, for the dialogues that are to come, guys. We don't really talk a lot about ourselves because that's not what it's about.
Nope.
It's about games. It's about talking about our history with games, but we don't really talk about us in regards to things that aren't games. We maybe pepper it in sometimes.
Yeah.
But we don't really... I like how I covered my hand towards the microphone.
Yeah, you don't want me to see what you're saying.
So, like, one year we talked about music we were into. One year we talked about... What did we talk about? Girls or something?
I don't remember what it was.
Have we ever had a porn-specific episode?
It was music one year, and then I don't remember what we did last year.
I don't remember either, but it's always the episode that follows the
best of.
The best of.
Yeah.
Not the best ofs, which is coming next week, guys.
Whoa!
Oh, God.
Yeah, we just like to open...
Let you in.
Yeah.
So what should we talk about
because if there's something that you like, that we like, then I feel like it brings us
then we
closer.
bond. Maybe we have
Exactly.
things in common. And that's why you like us.
You feel welcome to browse.
So let's talk about ourselves. What do we want to talk about this year?
I had an idea, Tom. Because, guys, some of you may think that we're funny.
That in and of itself is funny.
Some of you might not, and both are very fair judgments, I would say.
Whether you think we are or we're not, you're right.
So I kind of
really took my time with that.
Yeah, took your time with that monologue. So I kind of wanted to talk about comedy a little bit, because we both like being funny guys. We both like telling the jokes. Being, I would say we're podcast jesters.
I would say we're probably the podcast gestures.
Yeah,
gestures.
God,
I can't even say anything today.
I'm a hand wave.
I'm a swipe left.
No, that's good too.
Anyway, so yeah, comedy, guys. It might not surprise you to know that we're comedy fans.
Yep, we like comedy.
What? It's true. Guys, comedy is kind of our thing. That's why we started a comedy show. But why did we start a comedy show? Anyone could have just come out on the scene and made another game show. Not a game show, a show about games. You probably have a bunch of friends who are like, I'm going to make a video game podcast. And then they just read IGN or something.
Hey, welcome to the show. This week we're going to be reviewing the next Call of Duty game.
Yeah. There's probably a million of those guys. And I'm not saying we're better or worse than that. Because,
sorry. Make our audio about 1,000,000 times worse. And then,
I know.
Then that'll be an appropriate...
Dude, I could legitimately do a full episode about technical stuff because I secretly have a boner for our equipment. Here's the deal.
There's no question.
I know it's not perfect, but we've come so far with the technology that, like, it gives me a real boner. Because, like, everyone else is like, we have this $100 snowball mic. And I'm like, we have effing boom mics. They're all flattened around. We got pop filters. The dude, when you listen to a high-quality version of our show, like, the main things, it's like an effing recording. Sorry, the recording's like a recording.
I was about to say, I would hope it's
like a studio recording.
Because it is a recording.
If we had like one of them, if we had baffles on this room, man.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. If we had buttresses on this room.
Yep.
Think about that. Anyway, anyone can make a show where they just go and do the reviews. They talk about game industry stuff. And who really wants to hear about that?
No, that's straight boring.
When we started the show in 2010, I actually found it.
Oh, you found our original one?
I didn't find the actual files, but I found our first thing because it was actually up on Podbean. If you Google us, you find it.
Weird.
We said that the show is a video game show for video game players, as opposed to like industry talk, as opposed to like reviews or whatever. It's just us all talking about games.
That was back when we were doing like 3-hour episodes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
They're like 3-hour episodes. I think we did 2. I was playing Assassin's Creed 2 while we did it.
Yeah.
Which you could hear in the background. It was great. It was truly great.
That was back when we were only using one mic, I think.
Yeah. Yes. It was actually this mic still. But that's what we did. It was why'd we start back then? Who knows? But then we restarted it again.
Yeah.
There was a time when old boy D Marks was like, maybe we should start doing a show again, which I thought was weird. Why would he ever say that? And so I thought,
why would he come to my house and say that?
It's weird because normally he doesn't have big projects like that, and I don't think either of us were thinking it would become a huge lifelong commitment.
Internet sensation, I would call it.
Yeah. I made it sound...
I know that word is tossed around a lot, but it's the only applicable way to describe how great our show is.
So much that we have to coin the term sensation.
It's true.
Which we did. Which, you know, that's the sensation you get when you know you're having a son. Anyway.
Oh, honey.
Guess what? having a sensation. But yeah, we decided to start the show again. And why is that, though? What made us start the podcast? So we started the podcast for the YouTube channel.
It's true.
But what made us start that YouTube or the podcast?
Well, that's a good question.
I feel like that leads to the comedy. Maybe not our influences, but how the comedy got there.
Because I think it's just like anything else. Kids nowadays, do they watch CNN?
Hold on. Make this more like a TED Talk.
Okay. Hold on. Young adults today, they don't turn to CNN. They don't turn to the big networks for news. They're watching shows like The Daily Show. They're going online and reading The Onions. And they're getting their news from humor sources as opposed to traditional news outlets. But yeah, it's like one of those deals where, like, you know, a lot of people in our generation, while some do go to, like, you know, the straight channels for video game stuff, like, that stuff to a lot of people that's boring, and especially in an industry that's based around being fun. Like, if you go to Kotaku's website, you're just like, oh, it's an article about problems with Anita Sarkeesian. And you're like, this isn't funny.
It isn't funny.
I mean, not that it has to be, but like everything so much involving game journalism is such like a drag.
It's totally true.
Yeah, it's like because it's all straight ahead. It's all just like Shigeru Miyamoto stepped on a flight of stairs, and it kind of reminded everybody of Mario, and it was great. That's every article I've ever read.
That's like one of their great parody articles.
Exactly.
The whole real talk, guys, we're not so self-centered that we believe we're the only comedy-centric gaming podcast. I know Giant Bomb or whatever exists. I don't even know what they are. But I assume there's other things that do what we do and are bigger than what we do.
Yeah,
but,
I mean, Mega 64's got a podcast.
That's probably good.
That's probably pretty funny.
It's probably great. But that being said...
That's another reason we started the podcast, to tell other podcasts that they're great.
It's true. Now we have a voice, they'll listen to us.
Yep.
But we're not... What was I going to say?
We're not the only people who do this.
We're not the only people who do this. We don't think that. But I think I like to think we give a little different voice than what maybe is everyone's used to.
Yeah.
There's a lot of channels, a lot of YouTube channels who are gaming channels who all kind of speak in the same voice, which has bothered me for a while.
Well, especially in like solo.
Oh, totally.
Like, I feel like the fact that there's two of us adds a lot.
We're not the only ones doing it, of course.
No.
But we do have a very unique style, I would say, which is added to stuff. So let's completely shut up and talk about food instead.
Stop talking.
Dude, we probably had a favorite food episode. But anyway.
I think that was last year.
I think it must have been.
That's good. That's a good thought.
But anyway, real talk. So why is our comedy different? What has influenced us comedy-wise? Because maybe we are interested in comedy things that got us here to the table that made us so different.
Yeah, I mean, it's always interesting when you can look at comedians and stuff, and you can kind of like the way you look at it with music, and you can see like what's influenced a band. You can kind of see like what's influenced comedians, or like the jokes they tell and the way they act and stuff like that.
Like if you're influenced by, let's say, Adam Sandler, your movies aren't very good anymore.
But they still make bank.
It's true. Isn't that weird?
There's a whole Red Letter Media thing about the when they released Jack and Jill. Apparently, that movie cost like $70 million to make.
It's probably just to pay Adam Sandler.
Yeah, well, they put out the idea that it was just to pay Adam Sandler and his friends, pretty much.
Because it's not like they're getting crazy shots.
No.
And then it totally made all that money.
And they have a million corporate sponsors that are always in those movies.
Yeah. Man, I wish I had a corporate sponsor.
All right. But yeah, so why did we talk about Adam Sandler?
So what I'm saying is influences affect who you are as a performer, I would say. Not that we're performers, but I feel like I'm a performer, so shut up. So what has...
I don't think we're not performers.
I think we do something. Yeah. We're people who do things.
Also, guys, we also started this podcast to reassure one another.
I think you're great.
When we were doubting.
I think you're really great.
Thanks.
So what do we like? What I was going to say, the whole reason I brought the whole intro thing is, why did we start that first podcast back in the day? It's because we were listening to podcasts.
Right.
It's because we were interested in a lot of podcasts, which I would say influenced my style a lot. Because I do like a lot of comedy and a lot of stand-up and a lot of that kind of thing. But I would say the reason we're here on the table is because of podcasts. that have gotten us here.
Yeah, well, I think when
Is this just going to be a giant plug episode for the podcast? Yes, it will be.
I think, and the thing at the very beginning, yeah,
Dude, totally.
that's a very good point. I actually kind of forgot about that, but you are 100% right.
Because we were both sitting there at our boring job, which I still have, and we were listening to podcasts all day.
Yep.
And we were like, we like this. We could do this. We're funny together. We have friends who like our dynamic.
Yeah.
So let's do this too, because then at least we could entertain ourselves at work. Mm-hmm. Isn't that weird to think about?
It is weird because it's weirder that that's the way it exactly works.
But it's true, and it's exactly what happened. So, back in the day, guys, if you know our show, you probably know one of our biggest influences, podcast-wise, is the Preston and Steve Show.
Yeah.
We always refer to it as
Popular radio show.
Popular radio show.
Yeah.
Me and D-Mark.
I don't know why I feel like we can't say what it is.
I feel like we just don't like plugging it.
I always thought for some reason it's a legal thing.
Oh, no. It's not a legal thing at all. You can mention other things on stuff.
Well, I know, but like for some reason, I don't know.
It might be copyrighted. But that's actually story time, guys. You may remember a certain episode where we interviewed Nick Murphy. We actually made that connection by going to a Preston and Steve event.
That's true.
Because Nick Murphy works for Preston and Steve as the videographer. We actually talked about him with this on the show. Because we mentioned the name of the show on that episode.
Well, we kind of had to.
Yeah, we had to. It's not like we had to sign a release for that. But if we get sued later, I'll know why. But that's how we made that connection, was through that show. Because it really was...
Are you sure it won't be for the pyramid scheme?
Isn't it a Ponzi scheme?
It's a lot of things.
Great. But yeah,
we have a lot of fires going.
But we had that in common with him. I think he was a really good dude. I'm probably gonna at least talk to him at MagFest. Guys, we're going to MagFest, by the way. If you're going to MagFest, come meet up with us and talk to us about stuff. I'll give you a business card. We have to make business cards, guys. Won't that be exciting? Business cards.
We might touch your butt.
I was gonna say if you're a girl, but we can go both ways.
Yeah, it's just a butt.
If you're a fan, who cares?
A butt, you know.
If you're a fan, I'm attracted to you. That's the thing.
There you go.
But that's one of the shows we were really interested in, and I'm not going to say it shaped how we do this show because our shows are nothing alike, but I think it helped lead to our conversational tone.
Well, I think also a big part of it is like we kind of gleaned like bits and pieces about how they do their recording stuff and stuff like that from it.
True. I would say we also gleaned how they kind of direct flow of conversation.
Yeah.
Because there are certain things that they do. There's certain ways they speak that are not. They're always progressive and not stopping. Like if you listen to a lot of conversations that are going somewhere that have natural flow, you understand how to talk without shutting something down and without like just leading nowhere.
Yes,
and conversational cul-de-sacs are something that you have to avoid when doing a show that has a lot of talk and a lot of flow. Otherwise, you kind of get to the point where the audience is like, what? Or like, this is going nowhere.
And I'm not saying, and we're certainly not saying that we're perfect all the time.
No,
because
of course not. I'm the worst at it.
We've had our hiccups every once in a while, but I do feel like that we have a very good back and forth, very good tone.
I would say so too.
But
we don't normally talk over each other except right there.
Yeah. That happens sometimes. But Tom C., shut up. This has nothing to do with comedy, really.
What isn't?
What are we talking about?
Well, it's influences.
It's not really comedy.
It's a comedy influence.
Podcast influence.
Fine, whatever. Okay, go on.
What comedy influences do you have?
Well, listen.
You mentioned some stand-up.
Well, I'm not sure if the stand-up has affected my comedy stylings. I will say that as a younger person, I was exposed to a lot of alternative comedy, which now still love that I have. Back when I was very young, around 10 or 11 or so, my family started watching Mr. Show, which has been a major comedic influence on me, which kind of inspired me to be more of an alternative Kai and not a mainstream Kai. Mm. And you know what I'm saying?
Dragon Ball Kai.
Dragon Ball Kai. Which is it's important because I feel like this is going to be really self-serving.
I like this.
I feel like
this already.
I feel like we're kind of more of an alternative show.
I was about to say we're the alt darlings of the video game podcast.
Yeah, because like I've always been more tuned to the alternative like that. I don't really care for mainstream things. Like the other week when I said I was listening to podcasts, I was trying more mainstream ones out, and I really, really did not like it at all.
Yeah, that's what you said.
It's because I just am not wired that way. The things that have inspired me creatively they don't work like that, and they're gross and they make me sick. But what has inspired you?
Well,
do you want me to list actual comedians?
Well, you said Mr. Show.
Mr. Show. It gives you an idea.
Yeah. Well, it's funny that you mentioned stuff like that because about when I was, maybe 11 or 12 years old, my brother and I started getting into Kids in the Hall, which is another alt comedy show from our neighbors up to the north. Most of them are Canadian comedians, but that's an alt comedy sketch show, very much in the same vein as Mr. Show. And, I feel like, again, that definitely influenced the kind of comedy that I went out for. I was also a very big fan of, early 90s SNL, when you have, Phil Hartman and Chris Farley and, basically, the Golden Age cast.
True.
Or, second Golden Age.
Mm-hmm. Bless Tinseltown in its second Golden Age. May it never end.
But, Phil Hartman especially was...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's why you have all those stunning impressions.
Yeah. Well, I'm not sure because I feel like I don't know. I do feel like we switch it back and forth, but I feel like do I tend to be more the straight man than you are in our jokes?
I don't know. I feel like we both are. I feel like we both turn it on and off.
Yeah, I think so too.
Because I'm probably more the straight man. Because here's the deal, guys. Everything we do on the show is improv. Obviously, we never written an idea down.
Yeah.
We just kind of go before the show and be like, I kind of have this idea. Let's do something with it. So, whenever I have an idea, I always make you the goofy one, though.
Yeah, that's true.
In our classic episode, Hollywood, I came to D Marks and I was like, I have an idea. You've been, accepted into a movie.
Yeah.
And, you're going to be all, a big shot about it. That's all I told him. And then we kind of went from there, and he was able to build upon it, the idea that it was a role in the Avengers where he played Tom C. or something.
Yeah, who had all the superpowers of all the other Avengers.
And it was, that's an idea where I feel like we both got where we liked. I feel like we both knew that we would like it.
Yeah.
And it definitely, we just kind of always cast each other in certain roles. I don't feel like we are pigeonholed in either thing.
No, that's fair. But I feel like, Phil Hartman was definitely a funny guy, but he was definitely a great straight man. He was very good to play off of and stuff like that.
Oh, he was good at both.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
He was dude.
But he had one of those classic serious faces.
It's true. He had a great face.
Yeah, which I think really helps.
Tell me this: what's your favorite comedian? I'll make it real easy: stand-up or movie, a movie funny guy.
Professional movie funny man.
I can tell you right now, guys. Mine is Mitch Hedberg. Mitch Hedberg is my ultimate favorite comedian. I could quote his stuff, love everything he does. Taken too soon by loving drugs.
I think I am gonna kind of.
You're gonna jump on my Mitch Hedberg train?
No.
Whoa, dude.
I guess it only stand up.
I'm not saying. I said specifically not only stand up.
I thought you were saying
stand up or movie funny man.
Oh well, I was gonna go. I feel like I want to go cast the Kids in the Hall.
Can we go casts?
Because they're an ensemble. I'm not sure if we can or not. I'm not sure what the strict rules of this conversation are.
I don't know. You should probably check the rule book on that.
Check the bylaws. Yeah, I feel like because that I feel like was some of the funniest stuff that I had ever seen.
I'm surprised you're not a more Monty Python guy.
I think I appreciated. Monty Python's definitely funny, but I definitely appreciated a lot of the jokes more from Kids in the Hall. I think just because I'm not even sure.
Did you ever watch Upright Citizens Brigade?
A little bit.
That's a good show.
I think that was a little
too late.
Something my time. It had something to do with my time.
It was a little before or after, something like that. Guys, speaking of time, we're overtime.
Guys, we're gonna see you on the next thrilling half. Guys, we're back.
We're back.
Whoa.
What a treat to have you again, guys.
Last half of the year.
Last half of the year, I'm sorry.
Wowie zowie.
Guys, what is on deck for next year? Great question. Here's what we have in store for you next year.
Okay.
On the Sons of Video Show. Okay. It's a whole new year. It's a new dawn. It's a new day. You know,
Yeah.
it's a new life for me, and I'm feeling good.
Okay.
So what's going to be on the show next year, guys? Here's the deal. We have guests. We're talking to a man I met on the corner. His name is Bill. He's homeless, but he said he would do the show.
Wow, we got Bill.
We got Bill. We have a velociraptor that was just on the scene of Jurassic World.
Wow.
That's actually kind of a big get. He's CG, but he's good.
You know how we got that?
Amber?
No, we got it because
Frozen monkeys?
no, because we know Chris Pratt. He's a close friend of the show.
Oh, he was on the show the other week.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. That's how we got him. We have a genie, a real life genie. You know what? Found that lamp. 3 wishes. Number 1, be on the show. Number 2, take some time for yourself.
It's good.
Still waiting on 3.
Still getting the third one.
Because I figure, you know what? The genie is going to be so appreciative that I thought about him for once. No one ever thinks about the genie.
Well, also next year, we finally managed to arrange it. I don't know. I feel like I'm kind of letting the cat out of the bag, but I'm just so excited. We're finally doing our stand-in episodes where it's going to be Chris Pratt and Bradley Cooper, our exact lookalikes.
It's going to be pretty great.
Yeah. The secret being, we're not going to tell them which one they're doing, so the audience is going to have to figure it out.
You have to figure it out based off
subtle
traits.
Yeah,
and
subtle,
like mannerisms?
Yeah, subtle
Totally,
vocal
dude.
cues.
Which everyone says, totally, dude, is going to be
Exactly.
me. But everyone says, I'm a big smart guy, it's going to be you.
But also, Tom, I know that we're talking about next year, but also this year, it's not even Christmas yet. Guys, I don't know what you're seeing. Nothing, because you can't see it. It's on a podcast.
Well, they're surely looking at something right now.
Well, yeah, but
unless they close their eyes like we've asked.
we ask it every time. But
Are you in your hyperbolic time chamber? What are those
sensory
things?
deprivation?
That's what it is.
Yeah.
The one you're removing all sensations except our voice. You're traveling in a watery grave. Is that what they're usually called? Though the hippie opens the door,
Yeah.
please enter your watery grave.
Okay.
What are we talking about?
Right in front of me, guys.
Oh,
We got the Sun's Gift Exchange.
Wow, Secret Santa?
Yeah.
Wait, are we calling it the gift exchange or Secret Santa?
Well, I mean, it's both. at the
Okay,
end of
great.
the day.
Is it a secret?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
I don't know who gave me this present here.
I don't know who gave me this present here.
That one's looking real good.
It does have wrapping paper which just says D marks all over it.
Well, I noticed this wrapping paper. It's just your face
Yeah.
tiled.
You know, when you're a rich, famous podcaster, you can just go to wrapping paper companies and say, I just want wrapping paper of just my face.
That's great.
You know what? No, that's what I did. Sorry, that's what that Secret Santa did. Maybe last year they used the wrapping paper that I gifted them. Because I like to give people wrapping paper of my face.
I feel like that's really a unique thing.
Think about it, dude.
Yeah.
When has that ever happened in your life besides when I did it the other year?
That's great. It's very exciting.
It's very useful. Mm-hmm. It works as toilet paper, too. Mm-hmm. Trust me, I've tried. So what's in your box?
All right.
Do you want to open it up?
Yeah, let's open it up. Let's open these up. Here
Do
we go.
we have a crinkling paper
Yeah,
sound?
here we go.
Okay.
Tearing through all this.
Yeah, just get rid of that. You don't have to do it so hatefully. It's my face. Maybe you want to... The tape is the weak part. All right?
Guys, for those of you who don't know, I like to keep my eyes closed when I'm opening presents.
Yeah,
this is a real fact.
You're more of a rip and tear guy, and it really makes me uncomfortable now that I think about it. Normally, I'm not there when people open the gifts with my wrapping paper. I should probably have looked away.
Well,
What's in that box?
okay, all right, here we go. Oh my gosh. Oh, there's a lot of packing peanuts in here. Gotta sort through it.
Yeah, I like to do that.
It's
I mean, they like to do that.
It's a coupon printed out for one free appearance for Tom C to be on the Sons of Video podcast.
Wait, for Tom C to be on it?
Yeah.
Are you sure you got the right gift?
Yeah.
Well, I think it was a pretty great gift.
Did you get me for Secret Santa this year?
No. Yes, I did.
So you gave me a coupon for you to be on the show.
You know what? I think the best gifts are ones that you can give to someone else. Here's the deal. I actively encourage regifting because I feel like that is a way you can feel even better about yourself. Because here's the deal. Christmas Day comes, you have a bunch of new crap you don't have room for. Just give it. Listen, we all know the coupon wasn't that big and it wouldn't take up that much space. But still, your coupon holster is full. I know you.
But you're on the show already. Why would I need a coupon for this?
Because you give it to me and then I can give it to someone else.
so that they can get you to come on the show?
Yeah, and then I'll feel special.
Why can't I just give it to you and then you feel
No,
special?
because you're like the guy. You can just do whatever you want.
Okay.
But someone else, like, they don't have any obligations. They're like, that's like they really want that.
Oh, wait, hold on. You know what? On the back here, it does have instructions that I'm supposed to go give this to a stranger, then have them give it to you so that you feel appreciated for being on the show.
Yeah, I made the list pretty clear on the back there.
You did.
The instructions weren't confusing.
For my part, I'm sorry I didn't read the instructions first.
Honestly, not only did I write it clearly, I even drew pictures. You can see those. In case you can't.
Oh, they're deeper in the box, but wow, these are oil paintings.
Mm-hmm. You know what? The oil paintings are probably the real gift.
They are very nice.
They're almost Rembrandt-esque quality of what to do with the coupon I gave you.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like you did paint them with toothpaste, so that's good.
Yeah. It's the toothpaste. That's funny. I guess you just don't appreciate art. Whatever.
Because it's Rembrandt.
Yeah, I got it.
Well,
how would Rembrandt feel if you said that about his artwork?
He might be like, hey, I got some nice teeth.
I don't think he'd be like that.
Sorry, hold on. He was Dutch, so we were like, I got the nice teeth.
Anyway, I'm glad that your unappreciativeness is now after the time you got me this gift that I'm about to open. Because if you were to give me a gift now, it would be garbage. Because you obviously are not appreciative.
I would just get you a coupon for me to be on the show.
I'm sorry, that was a great gift. All right? It's a great gift.
And you know what? It's a gift that I enjoy every week.
That's true. And you'll continue to enjoy it. I'm tired of waiting for you to be funny.
Open up.
It's never going to happen. Let's just open up my gift.
Open up your gift. I'm excited for this one, guys. A lot of paper.
Okay. Inside the box is another wrapped gift.
Of course.
I feel like that was
That's what I like to do.
That was a little bit of a prank on your part.
I'm a prankster.
A third wrapped gift.
I'm the office jokester.
That one was on Tom C. wrapping paper. I'm glad you got used to that.
Well, that's what you gave me last year.
All right. This is a pretty small box.
Yeah. Well, you know what? They say big things come in small packages.
Well, I'm excited to see that. It's a little smaller than a coupon, so I know it can't be that. Smaller than a bread box.
Okay.
Smaller than a bread box. We could actually get this in a bread box.
I was about to say, it could be bread.
We might actually be able to... It can't be. Well...
Because it's smaller than a bread box.
I'm going to let the audience in. It's smaller than a piece of bread, too. All right. I've unwrapped this box.
Okay.
It's on a tiny hinge. Okay.
You're really painting a picture over there.
Yeah, dude.
With your toothpaste. Guys, you call that a callback.
I'm a little confused about this. I appreciate it. I like it a lot. It is, for the audience, you can't see it. It's a velvet lined box, beautiful box, and inside of it is a single kidney bean. And listen, you know I like beans. I get that part. It's very good looking bean. Can I ask why you did that though?
Okay, here's the deal.
Well, listen, you know I like beans. Was that it?
No, well, yeah.
Thank
but
you.
Here's the thing.
No more explanations needed. But if you want.
Okay, here's the thing. I was at the mall the other day, and I had just gotten out of the game store. I was walking back with a Wii U because I knew you wanted
the Game
one.
Store TM, by the way.
Yeah, Game Store TM. I knew you wanted a Wii U TM for forever, TM, and
buy one forever.
Buy one forever.
Buy
one until next generation.
Yeah. True.
I knew you wanted a Wii U, and you were like, you dropping hints all year. You're like, I hope whoever I get for Secret Santa gives me a Wii U. You said that several times.
Mm-hmm.
You also sent me an email saying that if I got you for Secret Santa, you would like a Wii U.
Yep.
So that all happened. So I bought you a Wii U.
You know what? I like to be subtle about it.
I bought you 10 or 20 games as per the price limit for the gifts.
You bought all 20 games that exist for the Wii U. Yeah.
And I was leaving the store, and an elderly gentleman came up, and he said that he had a magic bean.
Mm-hmm.
A magic bean.
Hold on, is this bean magic?
That's the magic bean.
This is the magic bean.
Yes.
All right, I'm going to need some more explanation on this.
Okay, so
because I immediately believed that it is a magic bean.
He was like, I have this magic bean here. All you have to do is give me the Wii U and all those games. And I was like, what's wrong with this magic bean that you would be willing to part with it for so little? And he told me that it was a fine old bean. It had only been used by a genie to go to church on Sundays.
Mm-hmm.
So, the magic was
It
still
all
good.
checks out.
Magic was still just fine.
It's full of magic.
Yep. It was...
And whatever beans are made of.
Yeah, magic and beans. Probably a lot of bean protein.
I guess. I don't
Yeah.
know what that is.
Yeah, so it's a magic bean. So have at it.
Okay, hold on.
Okay.
Do I get wishes from a magic bean?
I
hold
do
on.
not
Now
know.
that I think about it, what do magic beans do? Because I don't think you're supposed to eat it. I'm going to tell you that straight up.
Well, you could eat them in Dragon Ball Z.
Those were sensu beans.
I would consider that a type of magical bean.
Do we know that this is that type of bean?
No, I do not.
So you didn't... Okay, see... Okay. Okay.
All right.
Is this the plantain bean? Hold on. Did you actually ask this guy what kind of bean it is? You just got magic and that was it?
Well, he did say it was a kidney bean. You were correct about that.
Well, it's a magic kidney bean.
Magic kidney bean.
Hold on.
yes.
Did he even say magic or did he just say kidney?
He said magic kidney bean.
Okay. Have we do either of us, do you, I guess, I know my own experience, do you have any experience with magic kidney beans?
No, I do not.
I don't have any experience with magic kidney beans, so I'm not sure if this is a planting. You don't plant kidney beans, right?
No, well, I mean, you probably could.
Probably straight up eat them. Do I get a wish out of it? Or does like a beanstalk grow out of me?
I asked him for an instruction manual, but by then he had already left.
Do I just speak my wishes directly into it?
Maybe
Do I rub it?
you throw the bean at something that you want. Think about that.
Do I need like a bean launcher or do I just do it with my hands?
I feel like it's a hand job.
Do you like hand jobs?
Hey,
Well-
if it's a bean that gives you a hand job, I think that's a pretty great gift.
Where do I throw it if that's what I want, though? At itself? Or at my wang?
Probably the Wang Dango.
Is that a bean handed on? I don't know what to do with this yet. I'm not going to use it right now. It's Christmas.
No, obviously not.
It's Christmas Day, the show is.
Yep, absolutely it is.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome.
I feel as though we both nailed it, although I didn't actually know who gave me this gift. This was Secret Santa, though you freely admitted to it. I never admitted to the one I gave you.
You actually did.
No, Rembrandt did that, I guess. But anyway,
The mysterious dentist Rembrandt.
dentist is the most...
Getting a lot of mileage out of that joke.
Apparently, you call that mileage. So what's going on? Let's change the subject. I'm going to appreciate this gift and all this wrapping paper. I'll use it later to rewrap something. Maybe this bean.
When I give this magic bean to someone else.
Because here's the deal. I only ask for gifts that I can re-gift.
That's
To
smart.
myself sometimes.
That's smart.
It is smart, but only if you're going to a party later.
I do like the idea.
Because if you're going to the party that day, you're like, hold on, I got to get my gift first.
I do like the idea of like adventure Secret Santa with like re-gifting. It's just like, this is the same wand of magic missile I gave you last year, you jerk.
Idiot.
You dumbo.
So rude. Anyway, whatever.
Hey, some of these potions are already drunk. This is bullshit.
Real talk. If I had a magic bean, what would I wish for? Great question.
What would I plant it in?
That's kind of a personal thing. What would I wish for if I could wish for anything? I'd wish for $1 zillion. Because then I could do whatever I felt like, and I wouldn't have to have a job, and I could sleep all day.
Yeah,
Guys-
you pretty much wouldn't be bound by society's rules anymore.
Yeah, because you'd have $1 zillion, which is not even a real amount. Guys, it's everyone's dream to get a lot of money and help out people in need, which is something I would dream about because I would get $1 zillion and then sleep all day and never help anyone.
Well, they always say it's the thought that counts, and you'd be thinking about it a lot.
I'd be unconsciously thinking about it all the time.
There you go.
I'd make giant marshmallows to sit on, and I'd eat really big grilled cheeses. Did we have this conversation on the show? No. It was one of our emails one time back when we used to work at the other job, which was a would you rather like sleep in a grilled cheese.
Yeah, see? Yeah, I remember that
What
one.
was the other one? It was dude, that was some remembering.
Yeah, it was like grilled cheese. I don't know if the other one was marshmallow, but it was something like that.
It was something like that cuz we had to like try and make the grilled cheese sound bad and it just sounded great.
No, it always sounded good.
Dude, I love grilled cheese. We definitely talked about this on the show before. What would your magic bean wish be if it does that?
I feel like it would
Open up with the audience. Listen, these audience guys, they're ravenous for secrets.
I always like your wording of always having the exact right amount of money that I need.
Classic wish.
Yeah.
Guys, you go, your wish is when you get a genie, that whenever you need money, you can
It's monkey's paw, man.
Oh,
You
yeah.
wanna avoid that.
You can pull any amount of money you need whenever you need it out of your pocket or whatever. You always have it when you need it. It's the best feature ever because then you don't have $1 billion in your bank account that gets stolen or was taken from people or whatever. You always have what you need. But you can't then make it rain on strippers, though.
Well, you could be like, I need to make it rain on these strippers.
That's true. I recently saw for sale a gun that you put dollar bills in to make it rain on people. It's not like a gun like it's a gun like
I would assume that it wasn't a gun like
it's
that.
not going to kill a stripper. Real talk, have you ever seen a stripper?
They already have enough guns for that. It's called every gun.
Well, strippers are not superhuman. That's for sure. Guys, whatever.
Some of them are incredibly acrobatic, though.
It's true. Guys, we made this second half super personal.
Yep.
So here's what I'm going to do is make a personal request to you. Send us an email. Why not?
You know what? You know what would be the greatest Christmas gift of all?
This gift?
Yes.
Just kidding.
You know what would be the greatest gift of all? Yeah, iTunes reviews. I still want
Wow.
them. Those never go out of style.
Honestly, it's a gift that keeps on giving because when you do it, more people see our show. We get more fans. You get to be the cool guy who says, I knew about them before they were big.
Wowie zowie.
Send us an email. We'll respond to that. Go look at the YouTube. We'll look at you on YouTube and say, wow, that guy's got a funny name because he's on Google+.
What a handsome gentleman.
Our email, by the way, because we have to mention it, sonsofvidea@gmail.com. Our YouTube page, youtube.com/sonsofvidea. Go look at it. What else do we have to talk about to plug?
I think we all got one more third, Tom.
Guys, Merry Christmas. It's time for
Speed Reviews. Tom, this is the top 10 games that have Christmas surprises in them. Number 10, Clay Fighter 63 1/3.
Clay Fighter 63 1/3 is that game where you have claymation fighting and the one guy's a snowman and everyone hated it because everyone secretly hates claymation always. Rule of life, don't make anything out of clay. 0 out of 10. The Simpsons Road Rage.
O.J. Simpson's Road Rage is that game where you play that classic level where O.J. Simpson's racing his friend's white Bronco from the police. But then you're still found innocent because of reasons that are crazy. Gets a 9 out of 10. Number 8, Mafia 2.
Mafia 2 is a sequel to that weird card game you play where you have to figure out who's a mafia in your group of friends and you get roles and stuff, and it's not that much fun. 0 out of 10. Army Men Sarge's Heroes.
Army Men Sarge's Heroes is a game where you play as Sarge's Heroes, a group of heroes who are Sarge's favorite kind of heroes. It's a game about sex. It's 5 out of 10. Number 6, Still Life.
Still Life is a very morbid idea for a video game. I don't know why they would make this. I don't know who would want to play this. Not a long game, but incredibly tragic. 0 out of 10. Twisted Metal 3.
Twisted Metal 3 is the third time that metal's been twisted. It's a game that's all about the various levels of construction and building. Gets a 7 out of 10. Number 4, Kingdom Hearts 2.
Kingdom Hearts 2 is a sequel to Kingdom Hearts 1, a game that I couldn't imagine anyone would ever want to play when it first came out. So it still gets a 0 out of 10. Shin Megami Tensei Persona 4.
I'm tired of Persona. Can we just stop with these games already, man? I just don't get it.
Arena is fun.
0 out of 10. Number 2, Secret of Mana.
Secret of Mana is the best game ever. Well, it's my favorite game of all time. At least that's not a joke. 10 out of 10. Hitman Blood Money.
Yeah, if you hit a man, he probably would bleed all over his money. Way to go, video games. Negative 5 out of 10.
Whoa!
Lowest review ever.
Did it. It's
Guys,
not actually your lowest review ever.
I know, that's the funny part.
Guys, we did it.
We're going to see you next year. Thanks a lot for a great 2014.
We love everybody out there.
And we'll see you in 2015.
Yeah.